beautiful Taurians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for May 2023. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is your monthly reading for May. Happy birthday to all those wonderful Taurians who've had a birthday so far. And of course, happy birthday to all of you who have yet to come. I hope you have the most incredible day and manage to realize what an absolute gift you are in every possible way. Now, I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see for the month of May? Now, just to make you aware, May is a pretty huge month astrologically. We do have 3 major events to look out for. The first major one being the full moon eclipse in the sign of Scorpio, and that's on the 5th of May. Now, eclipses tend to bring very chaotic energy, shocking surprises sometimes, and they can bring tremendous change. Being in the sign of Scorpio, this can indicate clandestine changes behind the scenes. Even on a global scale, you may notice things that have been kept hidden come to the surface so we can analyze them. And anything that's in the works right now will come to light at the end of this year. On a personal level, it may also drain your energy initially, but it encourages you to make powerful changes in your life, changes that you might actually keep to yourself until they are fully realized. And whilst it is exhausting, this eclipse will actually offer you a portal of self-knowledge, as well as confronting things that you've outgrown in order to declutter your life and streamline your energy to make more space for good things to come. Now, on a global scale, you could see some shocking events unfold this month in the financial sector, because of course we're moving into your season, Taurus season, and that's related to money, acquisitions, savings, pensions, inflation, financial structures, and alliances. We're already seeing major shifts on a global scale towards a digital currency. So these things are occurring behind the scenes. They may not make it to the mainstream media for a while. They may pop up occasionally. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. But it's worth keeping a note of it, that things are transforming on a global scale. Now, also, I want you to be aware, Jupiter is very benevolent. It is a planet of good luck, abundance, and opportunity, as well as good fortune. And that moves into your sign, my beautiful Taurians, right up until May next year. So there's a lot of positive energy around finances that are going on for you over the next year. Now, I have to make you aware that Jupiter does retrograde sort of at the end of the year there, but it picks up pace again. So there will be a moment where we will see a little bit more inflation. We will see changes and fluctuations in finances, but it does come to a head and bring a lot more positive energy. So I would say there's about a 3-month window. I would say it's round about September, October, November time where we'll see negative fluctuations regarding finances. That's what I'm being given. And I would say then picks up to be a lot more positive later on. And then, of course, 2024, there are some more radical changes to come. So you don't need me to tell you these things. You can probably feel, oh, okay, that just popped out there for you. You can basically feel them shifting yourself. But I want you to be aware that Jupiter is actually on your side for most of the year, okay? So it's going to be a positive influence for you. Now, there is, it's not all doom and gloom, but I do want to make you aware because there is a very major alignment. As soon as Jupiter moves into your sign, the first major alignment is a clash with Pluto. Now, Pluto is the planet associated with the hidden coming to light. So you may hear of things that have been kept from the collective, from humanity, that make their way into the public eye, and they are to be scrutinized, is what I'm being given. But also, the planet Pluto is connected to pandemics. So nobody likes to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't even want to think about that. We've been there, done that, and burnt the t-shirt on that many times over. But I do want you to be aware that May can be a month where we are reminded of those difficult years that we went through regarding the pandemic. And it can also indicate that there are developments to be looked at during this month as well. So we may hear a little bit more news about some changes, shifts, or variations, shall we say, let's put it that way, that come to light that really need to be analyzed. But I want you to be aware the fact that Jupiter is present this time round, it suggests an easier time for us all collectively, because Jupiter is a benevolent energy and it will be available to us all right up until 2024. And that's when major changes start to occur. Lots of restrictions lie ahead and bumps in the road. I'm not going to lie to you. We can definitely feel those energies and they are shifting, but 2024 is going to be where major changes occur there, especially in the financial sector. Now, I would also say that this time period, especially May, is a positive time to really look at your finances, your budgets, and protect all the things that you've worked really hard for, should there be any fluctuations economically that go around. I mean, we've already seen some happening there, but I feel this is a very positive time for you to look at where you house your finances, especially making sure that any institutions are not linked should you have a certain amount of money saved. I mean, if you're lucky enough to have that amount of money that it would be affected. It's worth noting that if any institutions share a license, then you may not be insured for that full amount. Just want you to be aware of that. Also, this is actually a very positive time. I'm just giving you some of the things to look out for, not to be worried about, because I can see that you've put yourself in a really good position to weather any changes or fluctuations. Okay, I feel like you've got things in place and you are very much creating a very solid, grounded financial future for yourself there, especially in May. And I see this positive shifts for you, but I do need to make you aware of the planetary alignment shifts and what they could mean for the collective. Okay, now ultimately this time it's really about encouraging you to declutter your life, detox your energy. So if there's any food substances that make you feel bloated or low vibe or low energy, or make you feel a little bit lethargic, you may be looking at cutting those things out. You may also look at your schedule and see if you're getting enough sleep. Are you burning the candle at both ends? And you're really focusing on you to make sure that you're more recharged this month. I mean, of course, you're going to be able to let your hair down this month as well and have a little bit of fun. But your first card there is the World card. You got stuff to do. You got places to be, and you got a goal in mind that you're focusing on. And you're not letting anything derail you from your goal, is what I see here. You're going to accomplish it. You're going to be very successful at it. And you're looking at your options at the beginning of May. Now, in particular for you, my beautiful Taurians, your 7th house is governing you at the beginning of the month. And that's all about your partnerships, the people that you connect to, whether it's through love or whether it's through business or whether it's through friendship. You're looking at all the people you surround yourself with and really analyzing, are they still your people? Do they still have your back? Do they support your goals, your dreams? Are you confident that these people bring a positive energy into your life? And if the answer is no on any of those aspects, you're definitely restructuring the way you approach these people or these situations. For example, if you're in the working environment and you get on with the majority of people in your working sphere, you may have that one person who always is not very encouraging, or they're hard to approach, or there's someone who always delegates, or there may be someone who's just generally negative and not happy with their own life, and they actually let their feelings spill out into the office environment. Very unprofessional, but you may be looking at those people and think, well, you know what, I gotta work here, so how how do I either avoid this person or this situation, or how do I actually approach this situation in order to change it for the better? So I feel like you're going to be looking at those aspects of your life. And certainly if there's anything negative in your life, I feel like you're cutting it out or making adjustments to find a way to avoid it. So you may put your resume out there, find new opportunities for you to connect to that will bring more money, but also more reward in terms of emotional contentment within your working environment. If you're retired, I definitely see that some of you will be looking at anything that's been holding you back. If you have community links or ties, you may look at neighbors or people who, you just don't vibe with 100%, and you just may be finding a way to work around those energies. Definitely some of you will be thinking about relocating. If you're even thinking about changing where you live, or you're thinking about relocating, I definitely see a new opportunity coming your way. And if you've been having a look already at property online and you've got something in mind, you may even see that there is a change in price. There is a reduction in price in a property that you are interested in. So keep your eyes peeled regarding that, because I definitely see something going on there. Now, the World card indicates you're entering a different phase of life. Okay, some of you, it may be a big change, like a bodily change. Some of you may be entering, a rite of passage year. Some of you may be thinking about retiring, or some of you may be going through the menopause, or some of you may be going through some sort of major change in your life that you're having to make an adjustment with. This too shall pass is what they're indicating for me here. You will find balance in that, and you will recoup your energy. So if, for example, your hormones have been feeling a little bit off, or you've been feeling just a little bit out of sorts recently, this is the month, May is the month where you recalibrate your energy and you come back into balance. Also, the World card is completing a goal. So you're going to be very productive this month. You're going to have your projects sorted. Anything you start, you're going to finish them. And I feel like you're going to be very proud of yourself. You're bringing an element of peace. So I am picking up an energy here of, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Okay. What they're showing me here is, I hope I get this right, because they're showing me in the water an image of like what I can only really perceive as musical chairs. Okay, it's really odd. I'm seeing people, I'm seeing chairs and the people moving about, and I'm hearing some music that's like, it's like a tune. It's not anything I can really pinpoint, and like then it stops and then people run to sit down. So I mean, that's a game, right? That's a party game, actually. Probably I played this when I was younger at someone's birthday. So maybe if you've got children who are also Taurians, you may be holding a party for them, and that may be one of the games. It could also mean that you feel that some area of your life is feeling a little bit uneasy or uncertain. You may even feel like you have a deadline. You have something to get done really quickly. And if you don't, you feel you could be in a difficult position, or you may feel that someone may pip you to the post on something. For some of you, maybe that you have to fill in some forms, or you have to fill in, some documents in order to get it in on a certain time. Some of you may literally be restructuring your home space, decluttering or rearranging. They're really indicating or underlying trying to fill something in before it's too late. So it could be something major, especially if musical chairs suggest some sort of movement. So and I'm holding the World card. So if some of you are trying to relocate or work in some other part of the world, you may be trying to get your visa, or you may be trying to get a passport, or you may be having to fill in some forms. So I feel like there may be a deadline looming for you in the month of May. You will make it happen. You will get what you need done. Okay, that's what they're indicating. Even if you don't have all the components that you need right now, and you have to get documents or information from lots of different areas, it's all going to come together, and you will hit your mark. You'll make it work. Okay, is what they're showing me. So relax. You won't be disappointed. That's what they're giving me there. Now, the World card indicates a lot of success and abundance, but it also indicates that you are in the right place at the right time this month to attract really positive things into your life. If you're not going on holiday or vacation, you may think about booking some sort of travel, but because we've got an ending here, we've also got a new beginning with the Fool card. So something big is ending in your life. It could be a work environment. It could be a stage of life, or it could actually be a relocation energy. If you've already gone through a separation, it could have been a breakup that you were going through, but it gives you a new lease of life to open yourself up to what the world has to offer. And there's exciting times that lie ahead. So if you have come out of a relationship, obviously take the time you need to rest, regroup, and rediscover yourself and enjoy your single energy, because it won't be too long before you're talking to someone new, okay? I know you don't want to fast track these things, but when the universe decides it's time for someone else to enter your life, you know, there's divine timing, especially when you get the World card here. But I feel like you're closing some part of your life in order to open yourself up to a new adventure, or you're taking a chance on something that requires you to start something new. And you may not have even done this before, so you may feel that you're entering uncharted territory. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to be very lucrative. And whilst it may give you a little bit of pressure, or you may feel there's a little bit of tension, because whenever we're starting something new, we can feel a little bit out of our depths because we've never done it before. You're actually going to take to it like a duck to water, and it's going to work out absolutely in your favor. If you're not moving anywhere and you're staying exactly where you are, it could be something that you've been trying to do that's not really getting off the ground yet, and you feel like you have to approach it from a different angle in order to get a better desired outcome. You will. I definitely see you being very concise in what you want, very organized, and thoughts are becoming things for you this month. So be mindful of everything that you've been thinking about. More positive, the better. Of course, easier said than done, but I definitely see that there's an energy of cause and effect here. You've got your the Justice card right at the end, which means you've got some really good karma coming your way, but it's all about the effort you put in and also the way you approach it or the way you think about it. If you think you can't do something, you're right, because you'll lose the motivation, the drive, and the attention that is required to get the stuff done. But if you believe that you will do it and you're going to be successful, you're also right, because suddenly you've got power and energy and focus to get everything that you need done. And you're going to be so focused this month. I feel you're going to take the initiative to make something become a reality for you that has been in the works for quite some time. Some of you, it may be a contract that comes through, could be a new business or a new client. I'm definitely seeing you elevating in some area of your life. You do have actually a lot of options right now. So ending something actually opens you up to, you know, like the world is your oyster. That's the energy that I'm getting right now. So some of you may have decided to leave a job or a business, and you're looking at your options to see what's going on there. If, for example, you are in the market for looking for new work, there's definitely an opportunity coming through. You're going to hear very soon about something that gives a stable amount of money that will allow you to be able to save and even buy property in the long term. So I definitely see something coming on in that you'll really concentrate on, that you'll love, and it gives you that financial security. For those of you, though, who are with the Seven of Cups, I feel your imagination is going to run wild this month. For those of you who are already in a working environment, or even if you're retired, this is going to be a very creative month where you're going to come up with lots of ideas that are going to be very exciting. Some of you may actually pick up a paintbrush or write a screenplay or write poetry. Really expressing yourself is what I see. But the Seven of Cups really indicates to remain flexible and open, because there's lots of opportunities headed your way. And whatever it is you're manifesting, whatever it is you're focusing on right now, there is a lot of potential in this. So they're kind of indicating play with lots of ideas, explore your options, get out there and see what really sort of sparks your attention. And from there, you shall, it's like from there, there's a lot of success, or there's a lot of opportunity just waiting for you to tap right into it. I definitely see you discovering a hidden talent this month, something that perhaps, I say hidden, I feel it's something you used to be really good at, but you may have put it on hold. I feel like you'll definitely revisit it this month, and it's going to bring a lot of emotional enjoyment, and you actually raise your vibrations, which helps you manifest a little bit more as well. Now, we got the Strength card, so lots of self-love this month, really stepping into your power. This month, because it is your birthday month, you know, a lot of this energy is all going to be about you this month. But the Strength card indicates you're trying to be really self-disciplined, especially when it comes to your finances. You may be trying to keep a tight rein on your finances and making sure that when you buy something, purchase something, you're purchasing what you want, quality over quantity, but you're definitely finding a better deal. So you may be shopping around for things that you really desire. But I feel with the Strength card, you're untapped. It's almost like you have unlimited resources to find what you desire because you're looking further afield, okay? Now, also with the Strength card, this is about recharging your batteries and really like stepping into a more focused arena on your health, okay? So I feel a lot of you are looking at your exercise routines, diets, and really getting self-disciplined in those areas. You're someone who is so kind and compassionate, and you actually have a lot of people who really respect you. Even if they don't tell you to your face, they're indicating that you're such a good friend. And this month, if you've been feeling a little bit out of the loop, or you've been feeling a little bit distant from friends, or you've been looking for your soul tribe, I definitely see you putting yourself in a very it seems like a competitive arena. It could be like you're going to the gym, you're training for something, or, you know, it could be that you put yourself on a hobby where people, you know, they're learning new skills, but people are sort of like measuring each other's skills by each other. If you know what I mean, looking at other people going, oh, that's really good. Now I need to up my game because that's really good. I feel like you're in good company that inspire you. So some of you, if you're looking for your soul tribe, I definitely see you putting yourself on a group activity this month that really inspires you, and you find your soul tribe. You find people that really vibe at the same frequency as you. Now, the Strength card normally means you're doing something daring, something perhaps you haven't done before. This definitely came up in the Scorpio reading, and you may have Scorpio placements, but the Strength card, normally the figure puts the hand in the lion's mouth. So I feel like you are boldly trying something new, or you're trying something out that perhaps, you know, it could go either way. I actually see it being very, very successful, and you're going to be really proud of the effort that you put in. There may be a little bit of a pause before you hear some good news on it. So some of you may be like putting away your work towards a competition, or, you know, you may be going for promotion, or you may be going for something where you need to be in the league of winning. I definitely see you accomplishing that goal. The Knight of Swords says you hit your mark. Stay true to who you are and lead with your authentic passion. So I definitely see that you're going to be, you know, getting the intended outcome. Now, we do have the Fool card. It's in the resistance position. So there may be something that you wanted to launch. It could be a business idea. It could be an artistic endeavor. It could be that you want to put yourself on a course of learning. Whatever it is, you may have been holding off either because of money, or you may have been putting it off because you felt it was not the right time. May seems to be the right time, especially towards the end of May. I definitely see you launching something that's going to be very successful. And with the Fool card, it can mean that you just need to it just requires a leap of faith. I definitely see you coming out of your comfort zone. For some of you, you may be looking at your environment is what I'm seeing. It could be your local area. You may have certain places that you like to go to, you know, like your local cafe or your local market, and you may actually decide to step outside your comfort zone and visit new cafes in the area, or a new bar that opens up. I definitely see you wanting to explore a little bit more of your environment to bring a little bit more excitement into your world. You may have felt that life has been a little bit of a humdrum, repetitive energy right now, and I definitely see you looking at May as being a catalyst for change to bring more fun into your life, because with the Fool card in this position, it can indicate that you feel that you've been lacking that level of spontaneity, or, you know, a little bit more fun you need to attract into your life. You have unlimited resources to bring that energy in the month of May. Excuse me. Even if you've been struggling financially, I see that you are going to have more money attracted to you from May, the middle of May especially, onwards. Okay, this could come in the form of a second stream of income, or it could even come from a new job that comes and captures your attention. So even if you're in a working environment right now and you have no intention of looking for a new position, I feel like you could be poached or headhunted. I feel someone sees your skills and off the cuff offers you an opportunity, and it's a serious one. Look at the contract though, make sure you are happy with it. I definitely see you stepping into a leadership position of some sorts that will bring a secure financial future. Okay, now it could be an internal promotion, doesn't have to be something outside where you're at right now. You could be tapped by someone in a position of power. They can see your skills, you're very talented, and they could actually ask you to rise within the company. Definitely, I see that there's a little bit of a pause before you sign contracts. Make sure that they don't try to give you the responsibilities and the work before you've signed the contract and agreed the finances, okay? Because sometimes they can just accept that you're going to take the position and start to give you the work. And then once you're in the flow of doing it, they may try to undercut you on finances. So just watch out for that, okay? That's just coming through briefly there. Now, with the Fool card in the resistance position, it can feel a little bit like you're a little bit numb. Like, you know what? Nothing's really exciting you much anymore. You may be feeling like, what's the point? You may have felt that you're a little bit unmotivated. Things have not been going the way that you'd hoped for. And some of you may have felt that you've lost that spark, okay? And you're going to rediscover that spark in the month of May. So I definitely see your passion returning. I definitely see, and it could come from the fact that you connect to people that you haven't seen for a while, especially since we've got the Five of Wands. There's someone or a couple of people in your world that perhaps you haven't properly connected to for a little bit, and spending a little bit of time in their energy, it actually raises your vibrations and almost helps you rediscover part of yourself that you may have felt has been dampened recently. So I definitely see you returning fully to your passions. Now, we do have the Page of Pentacles, and it's in the resistance position. So I don't like to tell you this, but I'm going to pull a card on it. Something isn't working right now for you. It could be something financially, and there could be, with the Five of Wands in this position, it's actually a good thing in the end. There may be, let me just pull a card on it. I feel there may be something that you're not expecting, like an expense that you're unprepared for. I'll see what it is. I mean, it could be car related, doesn't have to be. There's some sort of something, there's an unexpected expense coming on in, okay? But because it's covered by the Five of Wands, it indicates that, you know, there'll be success, problems will be solved, and there'll be harmony. It's almost like it may be covered by insurance is what I'm seeing. So let me just see. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide the Hermit and the Queen of Pentacles? Okay. The Hermit, you're like a little bit fed up. Eight of Pentacles, they're indicating that you will make more money. You may even set up a second stream of income from the home space. But initially, when you get this unexpected expense, you're like, oh, come on. I mean, it could literally be that if you've joined a gym, for example, they may up their rates, or it could be that you are, you know, I feel like it could be like a direct debit thing that perhaps you have ongoing with some provider. It could be an internet service, could be something. I mean, because we got the Eight of Pentacles as well, it can indicate that it could be something that needs repairing, but it is on the insurance. Okay, so I just feel like something is changing financially and it ups the money a little bit, and you're going to be a little bit cross at first, but you rectify the situation. It could even be if, for example, you contact your provider and you say, actually, I didn't agree to this change, and you can't just change my contract whenever you want. I feel like by threatening to leave, because the Hermit indicates a withdrawal, by threatening to leave and say, you know what, I'm going to take my business elsewhere. I feel like they, oh no, look, actually we found a deal. We can give you something that is less money. So I feel like there's an opportunity for you to negotiate this month in order to bring it down. So at first you're going to be frustrated because you're like, hell no, they are not going to charge me more money. And then I feel there's an opportunity for you to, you know, lower the expense by taking your business elsewhere. Okay. If you need to repair something, I definitely see that you will recoup your money. It could be on the insurance. So that's what's coming out there. I'm going to go one more just to make sure. Ten of Pentacles, yeah, you get your money back. You're compensated, especially since we're going from an Eight of Pentacles to Ten of Pentacles. It indicates it will be repaired and your money will be fully refunded, okay? So I just want you to be aware of that. Now, for those of you who are thinking about launching a new business, it could be in a sector that you've never really worked in before, and it may be a very competitive arena. Do not let that put you off. Even if your nearest and dearest, the people who really care about you and are worried about you, they may say, you know what, it's so competitive. Maybe you shouldn't bother. Don't listen to them. Open yourself up to your intuition and go for it. I feel like you have got the smarts to make it work and you're very, very successful. Of course, if they see some sort of difficulty with a contract or they see something that perhaps you should take note of, then absolutely pay attention to that, especially since you've got the Justice card. That's really about seeing the fine print or the finer details just to make sure you're getting a good deal. But anything you're thinking about launching, I see it being a really good opportunity. You will need focus. The Hermit indicates that you won't want any distractions. You may feel it's time to really be reflective and calm about the way ahead. You will find your inspiration again, and lots of new ideas are coming to you. Plus, the Hermit energy really indicates that, you know, deep down you know what you're doing, and you may need to go off grid for a little bit in order to focus to make sure that you get the job done. Also, with the Hermit energy, I'm getting a sense of oh, how can I put that? Getting a new perspective, okay? I'm getting like a new perspective, and, you know, really, it's almost like, I want to say, some of you may be setting up like a stream of income that is a backup. That's what I'm picking up. So it may be something you've already got going on. It's going to really take off. There's more money coming on in. But if you're actually starting to set something up, especially from the home space, the Queen of Pentacles is always connected to the home space. This stream of income, it could be a spiritual business. It could be you tapping into your spiritual strengths, your spiritual skills, and helping other people. And it will be very financially lucrative is what they're showing me. Queen of Pentacles also is a card, male or female, not a gender specific reading, but the Queen of Pentacles is very conservative with finances. So this is about enjoying comfort in life, building a life of luxury, stuff that you've really worked hard for, but at the same time, you're not going to squander it. I definitely see that you're going to be able to save a little bit of money this month. Also, I mean, we've already talked about it. Eight of Pentacles. 8 is the number of the self. So I feel like some of you may put yourself on a spiritual retreat, or you may be saving for one that you've got in mind in order to do it later on in the year. But I feel like you're investing heavily in yourself this month. A lot of self-development, self-care, and emotional security, as well as self-love. Eight of Pentacles also indicates to repair something, so I definitely am picking up there a repair. We've got the 10 of Pentacles, so some of you, if you felt very estranged from a family member or from a friend, there's definitely an olive branch this month where someone reaches out. They really want to, you know, let bygones be bygones, but I feel like they want to offer an apology is what I see. They want to repair a relationship. They feel very isolated and lonely without you, and they actually miss you, and I feel they have matured during this period. It could be a separation period. It could be a family member. It could be a friend. I mean, Mercury retrograde can be an ex, but I feel more it's someone in the home space. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on. And I do feel that they will try to prove their loyalty, that they really mean it with their apology. That's coming through strongly. Now, some of you may be thinking about setting up a family business. It could be in real estate, or you may be thinking about going into real estate. This too will also be very, very lucrative. Okay, now, I'm not sure what that game of musical chairs was all about, but I feel there's some indication that there's some movement in your world, and you may have to pay close attention to deadlines, okay? But you will meet your deadlines. I want you to be aware of that. Now, with the Page of Pentacles, I definitely see by the end of the month, an opportunity, a new job popping on in. Now, it could be something that pops into your mailbox. I definitely see some of you being headhunted, but if you're putting the feelers out for a new opportunity, there is one arriving for you. It's kind of like the third week of May, and it's going to be very, very lucrative, gives you more status, more responsibility. And it could be very internet based as well. Lots of online work. There's going to be lots of paperwork that goes with it as well. But again, it brings more money. Some of you, with the Page of Pentacles, you're actually going to see the commitment and the dedication that you have already been investing in your dreams and your goals starting to pay off. So even if you're retired or you are working in the career sector, I feel the effort that you've put in is actually going to pay off with rewards. They're giving me the word dividends. So some of you may have your own company. You may be an entrepreneur. There's definitely a lot of lucrative financial energy swirling around you in the month of May. Now, with the Page of Pentacles in this position, some of you may have been having trouble with finances, and you will have lots of ideas of how to change your circumstances. One of them is really tapping into a creative endeavor that you have. It's a creative skill, creative gift. You're very talented. Now, some of you may be a little bit modest and you may say, you know what, Baba, I'm not sure what that creative gift is, but you will rediscover it in the month of May. It's something you used to do when you were a child, and it's something that actually you really enjoy. And you could start it off as a business or a business idea, and it actually is going to really take off. They're giving me the energy. You will be flying with this. It's going to come to a real climax and bring money in. So if money flow has been a bit difficult for you, I definitely see the struggle easing for you, and you're going to be able to save a little bit more money. So if you have a hunch, an idea, whatever it is, trust your instincts. Your guides are giving you those things to help you out of any difficulty. Now, the Five of Wands in the resistance position can indicate that you have been under a lot of pressure recently. So this month is really also about managing your time, but also managing your stress levels. Fives tend to be complicated numbers where you feel things are strained, or there's been some challenges, and you may even feel, especially in the work environment, because we got the Page of Pentacles there may have been someone who's been very childish or challenging, and I feel actually some of you, depending on the exchanges, some of you may actually go to HR with this, or there may be some sort of conflict that is resolved by HR, but I definitely see a mediator coming on in to make sure that things are run the right way, or that there is a solution found. For those of you, I see some of you detaching yourself from a very dramatic situation in a personal way. I feel like you're detaching yourself from a very conflicting situation is what I'm being given, because you're focusing on your own stability and you don't want to, it's not that you don't want to rock the boat. I don't feel that at all. I feel like you are just busy getting on with your projects because you've got a goal in mind and you're not letting anything or anyone derail you from your path. Okay. Now, the Five of Wands really is a card of doing a lot of brainstorming. So lots of ideas coming through, lots of unexpected ideas. And I feel even if they're really far-fetched, they're actually going to be very original and actually very, very lucrative as well. This is a card which indicates that you have a brilliant mind, okay? You are someone who has lots of wonderful ideas and you will achieve the goals that you set out to do. If you're going for an interview, okay, and you're feeling a little bit nervous, they're indicating don't focus on your weaknesses, actually focus on the strengths that you have. Focus on the things that you can offer that other people cannot, okay? Because you are unique and that is your superpower. And actually, you're the one who is standing out the most for this position because you've got the skills, you've got the talent, and you've got the ambition to take you to where you want to go. You are an asset for any company. So if you are restructuring the way you work, or you're looking at a promotion that you want, you're actually going in the right direction to achieve that. Now, for those of you who are retired or not focusing on career, the Five of Wands indicates that perhaps you've been feeling a little bit low passion recently. You may have been feeling, I'm also getting a little bit of anger. Some of you may have been feeling very angry with the way that the world is at the moment, especially with people in power taking advantage of their position. And that's coming through strongly in pretty much everybody's reading at the moment. But I feel you're trying to find your way within that, to create stability within your part of your world. And I feel that you will find solutions into any difficulties that you've been having. And with the Knight of Swords there, I feel like you're approaching things or having a different response. You're recognizing that sometimes we have to adapt to a new way of doing something, and you will find a way that benefits you. So there may be some quick changes that you're making in your life that puts you in a very good position to weather any changes or any storms that come our way on a collective level. And with the Five of Wands, I really see a lot of you connecting to different ways of living, different ways of approaching jobs. So I feel like, I know this is such an obvious thing to say, but, the 9 to 5 positions are like, great, it brings stability. But some of you may be opening yourself up to a little bit of a different way of living. Could be living off the land. It could be using spiritual gifts to help other people. It could also be you deciding to revisit a career that perhaps you really wanted to do when you were younger, but you didn't. And you may have trained in it, but you may have gone in a different direction. I see some of you rediscovering that. So it may be in a creative field, but also I see you trying to understand the mind. So some of you may be going into like counselor or psychologist or psychiatrist energy. That's what I'm picking up there as well. I feel some of you may be in training for that, or you're studying for that, and it's going to be a very lucrative environment for you going forward. Now, when you get the Five of Wands in this position, not only are you trying to manage your stress levels or the pressure that perhaps you may have had a lot of responsibilities on you, I do feel like something is lifted from you in the month of May, where you just feel a little bit lighter. And when you get the Five of Wands in this position, it does mean that problems that you've been having are resolved, and that there is peace, harmony, and success. Something you've been fighting for or you felt was very challenging to reach is actually reached in the month of May, and you're going to be very proud of yourself and very, very excited about it. I mean, the outcome energy, we have surrender. So that is about being in the flow. This is the Hangman energy. Some of you may have been feeling a little bit lost recently, or you may have been feeling that you really want to connect to your inner compass, but you may have felt a little bit detached or unable to really check in with yourself and discover what steps you need to take on the next part of your journey. But you will have a breakthrough in the month of May, right at the end, when you get very clear on what it is that you want. But something you've been analyzing or judging or trying to get in order, get organized to accomplish, it will become clear to you the next steps, and you'll hit the ground running. You're really going to head in the right direction, and the stars are aligning for you to be in the right place at the right time, to meet the right opportunities, to get stuff done and be very, very successful in your endeavors. Now, of course, success looks differently for everybody. I use that term broadly. Some people's idea of success is to get up in the morning and be inspired to even make it to work. Some people's idea of success is a promotion. Some people's it is to travel. It depends on what your idea of success is for you. As I said, it's going to be different for everybody. But you will find your way is what they're giving me. Now, because we do have cause and effect, which is the Justice card, and we also have the Hangman there, it really indicates that your sacrifices are not going for naught, okay? All the effort that you put into everything that you do, it will pay off. There's some really good karma headed in your direction. And the Justice card indicates that it's like a butterfly effect. There's a win-win here for you. Also with the Justice card, there's you're bringing more balance into your life. And, okay, they're giving me a song with this. Maybe because we've got some musical notes, they're giving me, as soon as I touch this, they're giving me a song. One moment, please. I need to connect to that. Hey, 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 no matter how life is today, there's just one thing I got to say. I won't let another moment slip away. Okay. It's an interesting song. I'm definitely going to try and look up those lyrics. I don't know that song. It's a masculine energy that sings that song. You know, I almost want to say the word frantic. Frantic. I'm not, I mean, I don't know if there's a person called frantic. Okay, now I'm seeing in the water FRANT. I bet they're just going to spell the word I. Frantic. Okay. Frantic. Well, there's no C on the end of that. I'm guessing they want to sorry, let me get my words out. They want me to spell frantic, I'm guessing, because they've more or less spelt it apart from the C. So I'm not sure if that's relevant for this song, or it's the name of the person, or the name of the band. It sounds like a singular person singing that. So please take it as it resonates. You may hear that song over the next 5 weeks. That indicates some awesome news coming your way, something really good, because they're actually giving me an energy of good news and pleasant surprises coming your way. Okay. Also, they're showing me someone is going to surprise you with a message on your birthday. It's someone that you haven't heard from in a while. They've been thinking about you a lot, okay, is what they're showing me. But that song, listen out for that song. It's relevant because it signals to you that there is positive change and abundance headed in your way, and that anything that you've been disappointed by or had difficulties with, there is a more positive outcome. Your self-sacrifice or your sacrifices pay off is what they're indicating. So listen out for that song. I'll look it up and see what it's called. I mean, it could even be called Frantic, but those lyrics don't indicate that. I mean, it indicates that you're not letting life pass you by, that you're not letting another moment pass you by without having fun. I mean, especially those lyrics, no matter how life is today, which of course it can be a little bit chaotic or frantic, perhaps that's what they're trying to tell me there, that you're trying to find your pocket of the world in order to focus on the things that matter to you and your family, and you're working really hard to make things work for you and put yourself in a really good position, is what I see for you here. Now, the King of Swords, this is about you getting really organized and thinking about something. You've got a plan, and you're actioning that plan, and it's going to work. You're going to hit your target. You're going to hit your mark here, okay? King of Swords, as you can see, there's a bird of prey landing on the King of Swords' hand there, which really indicates you've got your eye on something and you've been in planning stages. You may be analyzing or restructuring something. You could even be like, how can I put that? Strategically planning something, and you're waiting for the right moment to action it. May will be the month where you will do that. For those of you who are wanting to step up in a leadership position, it's definitely on offer for you. Could be a promotion. You get to use your voice and negotiate a better deal. I mean, the King of Swords, generally speaking, means to negotiate better deals. So that's why I definitely see that you'll be doing that over the month of May. Again, it could be with internet providers or services that you use that you need, but you feel like they haven't been working the way that you'd hoped for, or they're trying to up their finances. You find a way to negotiate a better deal. Also with the King of Swords, this is about entrepreneurship. So some of you setting up your own business or having ideas, even if you're retired, it doesn't mean you're working. It can mean that suddenly you've got an idea to write a book about your life story, or you have a creative endeavor that suddenly it becomes, a very fortunate job, and you didn't mean it to be a job. It's something that you just enjoy doing, like painting or writing children's books or whatever it is that you really enjoy. And this is on a broad scale for all of you beautiful Taurians out there. I definitely see you stepping into like leadership or entrepreneurial territory. Now, it's not that you're not focused on love this month, okay? I do see that if you are looking for love, there is a potential to meet somebody that you'll be talking to. This person has a very different lifestyle to you, but I feel you're unsure as to whether it will become something long term. You're hoping it may, but I feel you won't be able to tell that until right at the end of May into June, July period, where it becomes a little bit something. But you may be looking at your options, especially if you're someone who has not talked to anyone for a little bit, or you've been out of the dating game for a while. You may launch yourself into new arenas or new environments. As I said, picking up a new hobby or having a group activity, something that really stretches you, challenges you in a really positive way and builds your self-confidence. As I said, it could be a creative group, it could be a spiritual group, it could be like a local community group, or it could be a place where you enhance your skills. You're definitely meeting people who resonate at the same frequency as you. Now, we do have the Four of Pentacles, which indicates that you will be able to save a little bit more money this month. And with the Four of Pentacles, it indicates that you are, how can I put this? Basically, it means, yes, you'll be able to lock some finances away, and yes, you've been working really hard, but it also indicates don't hold on. Life is for living. Make sure you treat yourself in some way. I mean, easier said than done, I know, if the finances are not there or if things have been a bit difficult recently, but I do feel that you're attracting more abundance there. The Four of Pentacles, especially with the full moon eclipse in Scorpio and the King of Swords, there may be something that you've been thinking about or holding on to for quite some time. You're going to let it go, okay? Because it's an indication here that anything you've been holding on to that's been weighing you down has only been hurting you. It has been really stifling your energy. So I feel you get closure in the month of May on a situation that may have been very, very difficult. Also, I do, as I said already, pick up on someone who's close to you. They offer the olive branch. I do feel like they've been thinking about doing this for quite some time. And we've got a Knight of Swords. So this is you stepping out with a plan, and this is you actioning the plan. This is about you being bold and brave. And things are starting to pick up pace for you at the end of the month. Taurus season normally is about slowing the pace down, enjoying life a little bit more, letting your hair down, and really connecting to the more sensual things in life, the more beautiful things in life. And then as we move out of Taurus season, things are starting to pick up the pace, and there's a little bit more speed, a little bit more action as well. Now, the Knight of Swords also indicates a desire to broaden your horizon or broaden your perspective. You may feel things have got a little bit stuck in a rut recently, so I definitely see that you are rediscovering parts of yourself, but also discovering uncharted territory. You may need to move quickly on something. Okay, remember, if there's something you need to fill in, you may have a deadline. You will meet it, but make sure you're aware of it. Also, this is a card of changing a learned response. So it could be, for example, if you're connecting to someone who is always really negative or who is always draining your energy, you may approach this person in a different way to almost highlight to them in a very diplomatic way that they tend to self-sabotage, or that they can adapt to a new way of behaving and thinking that will benefit them. So I feel like you actually give someone a really good piece of advice that maybe a little bit tongue-in-cheek, where they may be surprised that you offered this advice, but in the long term, they will benefit from it, okay? So just watch out for that. I ultimately see you cutting out things that are negative for you, and I see some of you, if you're going through any legal issues, I definitely see that truth will prevail and that you will come out on top. You lead with integrity, and I feel like you will secure any deals, or you will secure any wins. Okay, I definitely see this month as securing something for yourself. They're actually showing me a very ornate fan in the water. Fan, like, you would fan yourself with. Now, they are telling me that that really represents good news. And, I mean, it could be, I would look out for any images of fans. Someone could give you a card or some wrapping paper. Your gift is wrapped in paper that has a colorful fan on it. So look out for that. Ultimately, they're indicating wealth, prosperity. And some of you, this is interesting, I never knew this, I'm going to have to look this up. They're giving me that if you've been delving into your family lineage or history, you may find that you actually have links to regal bloodlines. Okay, so that's something that will come up. So look out for that as well. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What else do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? It's interesting. You've got two cards here that are all about surrender. They want me to go again. Okay, so first card we got here is ready. Okay, so you are ready. Something you're ready to launch. The time is right. It says here, ready to do something. An opportunity is ripe. Now is your time. So you're definitely stepping into your power, and you're either launching something or you have a vision that's going to be realized on the physical plane, or something you've been trying to action for quite some time is suddenly becoming a reality, and it's all go, go, go. We've also got surrender. So I definitely see you're going to be very busy this month, very productive, but it says surrender, and I feel this is about you surrendering to being in the flow of things. It says no longer fighting or resisting, letting things go, allowing to give up control. Especially since you got the Five of Wands in the resistance position, it indicates that the fight is over. You may have been even in training for something, and you're coming out of training, you receive a certificate, or you may get acknowledgement, or there's something here that you pass a test, or you've been going through a very testing time, and it feels like there's a breath of fresh air in the month of May that makes things become easier. We've also got walking away. And it says withdraw from a situation or a person, leaving the past behind and learning to let go. This is a big one for you over the full moon eclipse especially. You're going to get closure on a lot of difficult situations, which helps you to recharge your batteries and rediscover your passion, because letting go of that baggage allows you to free yourself up, and it's like a breath of fresh air. And also we've got, finally, which is wonderful, a wish come true, especially since it's your birthday energy month, Taurus. I know some of you Taurians have birthdays in April, so you've already gone through your birthday, but I definitely see that something is being delivered for you on a huge scale. Really good news and pleasant surprise is what they keep giving me. It says a desire attained after a long time, getting what you wish for, and believing in the impossible. So remember, thoughts are becoming things this month. It's very positive for you to pay close attention. And as much as possible, I know we're living in a crazy time right now, and sometimes things can bring pressure, and they can bring fear and worry and, analysis paralysis, and they can feel difficult. But know that this too shall pass, and that something that you're trying to manifest is making its way to you, okay? Okay. So let's see what final cards you've got here. We have I am sacred. So it's about finding that space for you to breathe, to have some time for yourself, to honor your own needs, to value yourself, and to implement self-care routines and rituals. Now, self-care routine is not like once on a blue moon running yourself a bath and having a glass of wine. It is something that is, continuous. I recently met a friend for a dinner, and it was incredible. And I hadn't seen this person in such a long time. And he said, I take myself out every Friday for dinner on my own. And I was like, wow, that's an incredible thing to do. He said, I've been doing it for the last 10 years, and it's the best thing I ever did. And I just really admired that, where he was saying, Friday night, that's my night. I go for dinner, and I take myself out. I treat myself. And, it's a ritual that he got into a habit of doing because it reminded him of his value and that he too is important. Now, of course, not all of us can take ourselves out for dinner. It's a bit expensive out there. But, it's about really having something that is just for you. Okay, so remember that. We've also got I speak highly of myself. So this is about really approaching the inner narrative to shift any negative self-talk and because sometimes our inner narrative can be negative. It can berate us and it can knock our confidence more than any other person can. It can try to stifle us right when we're about to be successful, because sometimes there is such a thing as fear of failure, and lots of things come with that. So for example, you may be offered a job opportunity and think, wow, this is incredible, but it means I have to move, and that makes me feel a little bit of fear and anxiety because I'm coming out of a comfort zone. So it may make you think about turning down that opportunity because there are some sacrifices that come with that. So I feel looking at your life and things that come into your world, there are opportunities to embrace for the positive. Also, my guides are telling me I'm not finished with this card. They want me to read out the words. You're safe. You are lovable. You are beautiful and you are unique. You are worthy, and most importantly, you're free. Sometimes it doesn't feel like we're free in society, but by standing your ground and honoring how you feel, you will remain free, okay? And it says, I deserve respect. So definitely, if you feel there is any area of your life where you think that people are trying to undervalue you, or you have even undervalued yourself in some situations, gone for less than you truly deserve, for example. Sometimes, especially if you work for yourself and you're an entrepreneur, you may find it difficult to price your product or your service because sometimes we accept less than we truly deserve. And it's about checking in this month and valuing yourself more. I've also got here for you, I embrace change. Okay, now it is number 20, so that is the Judgment card energy. So some of you may be making some major changes this month to really connect to your true life's purpose, and it's going to be very rewarding as you move through this journey. Okay, I'm just going to go and get a rune before we close. Okay, they've given me 2 for you. Okay, so this one is wood. Okay, and that's all about energy. So recharging your batteries, bringing more positivity into your life, rediscovering that lust for life as well, and also inner knowledge. There's also going to be a rapport between you and someone new. Okay, someone very new. Now this could be someone who develops into a romantic interest, but if you're not looking for romance, this will be someone who will be intrinsic to your journey. It could be someone who helps you in your career or becomes a lifelong friend, shall we say. If you're in a relationship at the moment, I definitely see you developing your communication skills with your partner, okay? And some of you may think about relocating or even moving abroad to work. So this may be a conversation you've had or something that you're thinking about because they're indicating exploring your options overseas. So some of you, you may even go into partnership with your person and, have some sort of business together, and it may relocate abroad somewhere, okay? And also we have the birch rune. Now this is about becoming. It's also a rune about birth. So some of you may literally give birth this month, or you may discover that you are pregnant. But what I'm getting here is like the beginning of something, the birth of something, an idea, or launching something, and it's going to be so successful, okay? Also, it is a rune of pure intentions. So if you are going through any hardships or difficulties, especially in the legal sector, definitely lead with good intentions because you will win that situation as well. A lot of you may have had a lot of family responsibilities or even some worries there, and I definitely see that your worries will be eased, and you'll find that there's nothing to worry about in the month of May as you move forward. So I'll leave it there. I hope something does resonate in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Taurians. Love and light.